All right, so this is a conversation that it's only a conversation that most people have, and I feel like I can have it with you because obviously, as you know, I got a nonprofit organization. My focal point isn't so much about what your focal point is. It's really just about building up these kids and these people in these impoverished areas who just don't have a way, and just getting them the starter point. And
Facts, facts, and big up. Well, I got the chance. Big ups to the work that you've been doing. From day one. I've tried to make sure that I support, help promote, because that's what
where
it's about, bro. So I definitely want to take the time out to give you your flowers for that, because that's fire.
yeah. I mean, I appreciate that. I ain't really saying it to kind of gloat on what
No,
I'm on, but
absolutely.
yeah, but I can relate to you in the sense to where you have people who rely on you. You have people who look to you to solve issues and handle issues. And unfortunately, for people like me and you hold these burdens and you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. But the average person will never understand that you're holding that. But there's really nobody to pass off like your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we humans too. And even though there's so many people that look to you or me or some of these other people that are in, positions to actually help other people, it's just important to make sure you're taking care of yourself and always give yourself your roses because, like I said, I can attest to this. Like, there's times where I've broken myself down trying to build up the next person, and a lot of times they not even gonna really show you the love that you really deserve. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, it's just it sucks, but it's the position that we chose, and the quicker you understand that you're not gonna get the roses that you expect, and you know why you doing it, but you still take care of yourself and love yourself, then you're doing God's work. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? And I think it's important you know that, man, because I know you don't hear it enough. You know what I'm saying? You spend too much time helping other people. Ain't nobody really spending time helping niggas like me and you because they feel like we got it all together because we helping so many other people. But, we still human beings and our bodies are the same matter as other people. And
Facts.
I do want you to speak to that, man. Like,
I
how
got
are
you.
you taking care of yourself? And under doing all this, I'm sure the documentary part when you walk that red carpet, that ain't no job. Like, that's you enjoying the fruits of your labor. But you out here right now, like, and you got right to it as soon as you came out to Phoenix. And we're going to talk briefly about that
All
too,
good.
about what's going on right now and what you're actually doing right now. But speak to how you're carrying your load because I think people need to hear it.
Right. So I learned trial by fire.
Sure.
Right. When I was in St. Louis, I almost drove myself to death, literally.
I bet.
And so when I got out here, what was different was, not to say that I didn't have genuine love in St. Louis, because I did have a handful of folks that I could, but here the love and support that I got, and folks that are able to pour into me and not just me pouring from an empty cup.
Right.
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 Understanding how important it is, it's power and no. I used to be like, yeah, I could do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I could do it. I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. Before you know it, that's why they started calling me Superman, because I was in air. I was. It seemed like I was 10 places at a time because I made it to everything. Whether one of my constituents' kids had a bar mitzvah, or if it was a funeral, community meeting, protest, I was there. And I quickly realized, you know what? I have to take care of myself. I looked
Yeah.
in the mirror when I left. I looked in the mirror and I was 129 pounds and I could see my rib cages. And 2 months out here, I'm 160, moving upward. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Face filling up, feeling good that I got to go shopping and get all new clothes because I can't fit nothing.
Right.
But I surrounded myself by love, and the support system that I have was just amazing, and the atmosphere. And you don't even trip off how much you need the sun. right?
Man.
This sun was everything for me. That melanin, that energy, that just the entire atmosphere. Like
Seriously.
in this place, wasn't people like, oh, Arizona racist, blah blah. It is, everywhere is,
Yeah.
But I come from Missouri.
Yeah. Oh
This,
no.
this
Yeah.
light.
We actually spoke about that heavily on our last episode about how the Arizona racists are low key racist. Like they're the racists that they not gonna like publicize their racism.
Yeah.
They'll be cool with a black person and have their views. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that over there.
Nah,
and they bold about it. They ain't no shame in their game.
Bro, Missouri is time to kill racists.
Yeah,
Like,
the Midwest, man. There's some pockets, man. Like you drive through certain spots in Indiana,
facts.
certain spots in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Obviously Missouri. You know what I'm saying? There's really only two cities where you can really feel comfortable in Missouri if we're keeping it real. I mean,
City, St.
yeah,
Louis.
that's pretty much it.
Facts.
And, I mean, it is what it is. But I think it was important that you moved, and me and Magic spoke a lot about that too. Just kind of getting away from the element you comfortable with, simply because people get comfortable.
Yeah, I had to get bro out of there.
Yeah, people get comfortable, and when I say people, I don't mean like the people who actually decide to make the change that move. I'm talking about the people around you. You know what I'm saying? Like you get comfortable with people, and that's why sometimes the people closest to you, that's why sometimes the people closest to you be the ones who don't support your initial push or take you for granted because they just comfortable with that person that they knew 10 years ago. So it's hard for them to adjust that you could actually change, and that's why it's weird. Like even with battle rap, like a lot of times you'll get more love from somebody somewhere on a totally different zip code, you know what I'm saying, than the people in your hometown.
That's a extreme fact.
Yeah, so I mean, and that's just battle rap. So when we talking about real life, that can be life and death. You know what I'm saying? When people are taking you for granted to that extent. So sometimes you gotta move just to get away from the element, because if not, those people will suck you dry. And sometimes it be family.
Misery loves company is a real life thing, bro. Like when you think about your advancement, and then you're like, damn, why so and so ain't happy for me? It's because they need you to be right there where they need that. They need you in their proximity to even feel validated, right?
Yeah. Oh,
because they're
man.
not gonna push. They're not gonna be the ones to push. So if you ain't pushing together, it's like, oh, okay, I'm cool then. But the moment you pushing for something and they don't have that will in them, they wanna So I had to.
Yeah.
How the kids touch the socket, put your.
Yeah, unfortunately, well, I don't know if it's a true thing, but it feels real. The whole statement of energy isn't created or destroyed, but passed from one being to the next. I feel like I believe that.
I feel like it's
wholeheartedly.
absolutely true.
Yeah, I believe that wholeheartedly, and if you around something, man, it's hard to break that cycle.
Facts.
And that's partially, if we being real, one of the reasons why I stopped battling, like because I started to sense as I was getting older, like, these niggas is on some WWE shit. And, me personally, like, I know that the whole time that I've ever battled